Hey, ladies. It is MJ. I'm back with another video. Okay, this is going to be a long one, y'all. We got a lot to discuss. The title of this video is Help, My Partner is Jealous of the Baby. So, this seems to be something that is pretty common. Women are saying that they feel like their partner is jealous of new baby. And I think it's kind of understandable. The father or your partner is having to deal with the loss of his partner and to deal with a baby who may or may not want anything to do with him. If mom is breastfeeding or things like that, babies tend to, when they're very young, be attached to their mother and really need their mother. Not to say that fathers can't bond with babies, but it takes a little bit more effort, I think. Babies are naturally just drawn to mom because mom has the food. Mom smells the way babies can recognize who their mom is, that kind of thing. So babies are kind of just almost to a certain extent glued to mom, especially early on. So dad may feel a bit left out. He may feel that he's not getting the attention that he's accustomed to. And that is totally understandable because he, in essence, is being isolated and somewhat alienated from two people. Now, everybody's situation is different. Doesn't mean that you may have the ideal situation going on. You may not have this problem at all, but just understand that it is something that exists and quite a few women are experiencing it. So anyway, I went to a couple of forums as I often love to do, and I found some anonymous stuff that I want to kind of talk about. So this first commenter, who is anonymous, says, "Am I the only one struggling to balance giving attention to both my baby and my husband? I can tell my husband is starting to feel a way about lack of attention he has been getting, but he hasn't said anything." So he hasn't said anything. Baby is 6 weeks and I nurse on demand. The bassinet is also in our room or my side of the bed with an occasional co-sleeping in bed. Any tips or suggestions to help this mama? This is the first baby with us. Okay, so she had quite a few responses. I do want to read some of the responses to you guys just to give you guys an idea of what other women are saying. One woman said, "While baby is sleeping, try have dinner or lunch or breakfast together. I struggled with this issue until we both decided to talk or cuddle between feedings." Um, this commenter said, "Not at all. I felt strongly that my husband was jealous and I had to have a talk about it. We seem to have ironed that out, sorry, and now have a routine, but I now struggle to find time for myself." Now, I think that's a big issue as well. Sometimes it's not that there's an issue with the partner, sometimes it's just an issue for a new mom to find time for herself. So that's quite common as well. I work, then come home and mom until baby goes to sleep. Then I have to give time to my husband who wants to cuddle, watch a movie, run ideas by me, etc. Then once my husband is off to sleep, it's too late to have any time left for myself. And another comment wrote, I should also add that this too is our first baby. My husband expressed feeling excluded early on as he said he didn't really have a purpose in the equation. I was the main source of food for the baby, and so he tries to figure out his place to support. He started doing a bottle or two a day so that he could have time to bond with our son. It worked great. Then we just had to work on making time for each other each day. Okay. And another commenter wrote, "It's crazy to think it's only been 6 weeks and yet here you are, right? Imagine as time goes, because the bond between you and baby will only get stronger. I hate that this has to be something else for us as wives and mothers to throw into the equation because blank, you're literally just beginning to the stages of piecing together yourself again, trying to rediscover or get back to your old self or figure out who the new you is. Postpartum is hard enough on top of the showering and eating on time, let alone a new little person solely relying on you for everything, and a husband forgetting it's not understanding and that this is sometimes how it works. Okay. So that was her 2 cents. And then this last comment I wrote, this is gonna be the last one I'm reading to you guys. Husbands have feelings too. Although we take most of the burden of all of this, it is new for him. Navigating it can be challenging too. He also needs to rediscover. So instead of hating, it might be that we openly communicate how we can help each other. His job now is to provide and protect another piece of his heart, as well as oftentimes with the same bonding experience with the baby and a completely different version of you or us as well. God didn't build them to quit quite like us, so we gently guide them through it. So I'm going to stop there. I do have quite a number of other responses, but I'm going to stop there just because I think that kind of gives you guys a view of what moms are saying. So I came up with 10 steps to rectify if your partner is feeling left out. Okay. Number one, step one, teach him to change the baby's diaper before you put the baby to breast or bottle. Easy. It gives him something to do. Here we go. Step two, shower together if you're comfortable. This may not be the thing for everyone, but if you're comfortable with this, possibly having a shower together, or have dad to soothe the baby while you shower or get a bite to eat. Ask him to grab your number three is ask him to grab your favorite snacks and fluids while you breastfeed or while you two sit and talk. Try to keep the focus on him during the talk. I know women, we like to talk about ourselves. We want to get it all off, especially if you've been at home all day with the newborn or with the small child or with kids and you haven't had any adult interaction. I know it can be hard because you're like, oh my God, my partner's home. I can't wait to have an adult conversation. This is particularly probably the case if you're a stay-at-home mom and you're like, as soon as he comes through the door, you're like, oh, honey, let me tell you what happened today. Let me tell you what little Johnny did, blah, 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 blah. Try not to do that because the whole point is to hold space for him to feel that he's included. And one of the ways to do that is really just to be a good listener and just listen to him. Let him feel like it's his moment. Give him, as much of your attention as you possibly can in that moment. And you will be surprised how that counts. It's huge because it's rare that men or women that we are just listened to by the person that we care about and just heard and not judged, not talked over or any of those things, just having somebody to just listen to us, a soft place to fall, an open ear. So see if you can just sit and listen to him and let him, let the focus be on him. Even if he's not telling you anything, just giving him your undivided attention, I think is huge. Number 4, have him wear baby while you listen to him vent about his day and or you go for a walk together to his favorite spot. Again, this is putting the focus back on him. This is putting the focus back on your partner. And just a small little something to say, I know that this is a tough time, but we're going to get through this together. I know that you're feeling left out. That's why I'm making this special moment just for you. You don't have to say that verbally, but when you are creating a space for him, he will feel that. He'll feel that. So the number 5 is ask him for help that involves daddy interacting with the baby, but allows mama to be free to pay attention to him. So another tactic is asking him for help. This does 2 things. It makes him feel needed. And the second thing, it gives him an opportunity to bond with baby. Okay. So you're going to be free from the task of baby in that moment to pay attention to him. He is going to be paying attention to baby, doing a task with baby in the moment. Any kind of interacting with baby can be a number of different things. And you are just basking in that. You're just smiling, watching him interact with baby, giving him your full undivided attention, and just letting your love or these wonderful feelings overflow unto him. This should provide some good endorphins for you in addition to him. Okay. So it's the small, simple things that add up, especially over a day or over time. When it comes to a new baby, there's so many different things that are happening. Everybody's sleep deprived. Nobody's feeling like they're getting the amount of alone time that they're accustomed to. There's so many different things going on. There may be chaos. Baby may even be sick, colicky, really not sleeping well, and that can take a toll. So if you have it in you, and when I say if you have it in you, if you are in a space where you can do this, this might be helpful. Okay. Basically, men are at their best when they feel needed. I believe this. So, a huge part of this could be that dad is just not feeling needed. And, you know, even as women, we understand not feeling needed. In the times where, have you ever done something for somebody and you're not really expecting anything in return, but they don't say thank you or they don't show any appreciation, or they may complain about it, and in that moment you just feel like, wow, like, why did I even bother? You don't feel you don't feel needed in that moment. You feel like, I don't even know why I'm here right now. Why am I here? So we can all as humans empathize and understand not feeling needed. Some of the commenters were punching down on the husbands and saying, oh, just grow up. Oh, just get with the program. Oh, put on your big guy, undies and just tough it out. But the truth is, feeling needed is just, it's a human thing. It is not, a feminine thing. It is a human thing to want to feel needed. And I feel like it can be especially apply to partners in situations like this. They want to feel involved. Give them that opportunity. It's not taking anything from us as women to give a man an opportunity to be needed. It doesn't, sometimes it's like, oh, I don't have to do that. Who does he think he is? But it's like kindness. It's free. It's not going to take anything from us. Given that you do have the energy and the time and you are in the mental space to do this, it doesn't take anything from you. But yeah, and it's also building his confidence in caring for the baby and bonding. And this is huge. Listen, building his confidence, giving him the opportunity to build his confidence in taking care of the baby and bonding with the baby. You're going to see as I go through these steps how that is going to be not only beneficial to him, but also to you. So let's move on to number 6. Number 6 is, unless baby is in danger, do not correct his baby care skills. Unless baby is in imminent danger, unless there's something going on and you're like, no, that's just not safe. That's not safe. Safety is first. Safety is always a priority. If it is not unsafe, if it's just that it's not the way you would prefer it to be done, just leave it alone. It's okay. It is totally okay. He's going to get better at it. And it zaps the fire out of a person when they're trying and they want to do something very badly and they're trying their best. And we come over and say, what are you doing? Why are you doing it like that? Even asking the why question can zap the fire out of someone and make them feel that, you know what? Why am I even trying? Why am I even here? Well, I could just go, off with the guys right now and go have a drink. Like, why am I even doing this? We don't want to do that because in order for him to build his confidence level, and he has just as much capability of learning these baby care skills as any woman. This is not sex specific. This is not gender specific. In order for him to feel confident, he has to feel like you trust him to a certain extent. So you just give him the space to make his mistakes. It's okay. We don't want to be judgmental. We just want to share this moment. And it may be messy, but that's okay. We can share this moment with him. Number 7, try to give him your undivided attention. I think I've said that many, many times. Why? Because as women, we are very, very good at multitasking. Science says nobody's good at multitasking. It's better to focus on one thing at a time. But we don't do that. As women, we multitask. We want to do a million and one things. We got a baby on the hip, a phone in our hand. We're talking to our girlfriend at the same time we're cooking. And we might be even, side eyeing a YouTube video in the background. It's like we can do so many different things at once. And oftentimes when we are talking to our partners, we're engaging, we got 15 fires going on because we got a lot of stuff that needs to get done. And oftentimes we can't just sit there and focus on one thing. If we did that, nothing would ever get done. So multitasking for us is a must. But in this moment, just remember that there is a purpose to the madness. And you are giving him your undivided attention to get a certain result. And that result is you want to be inclusive. You want him to feel seen. And in order for a person to feel seen, we have to give them our undivided attention. We have to let them have that moment. We have to hold that space and just give it all to them just in that moment, in that time. So number 7 is try to give him your undivided attention. If you can't give him your undivided attention in that moment, see if you can choose a better time of day when you can give him your undivided attention. Number 8, praise his efforts. Praise his efforts, even if the diaper is on sideways. Please, guys, don't beat me up for saying this. But even if that diaper is on sideways, tell him he did amazing. You know why I say that? Because a lot of men wouldn't even touch a diaper. They wouldn't come near anything that has anything to do with baby care. Not all men. There's some really, really involved fathers. But there are some men that are just like, that's not my domain. I'm not messing around. I'm not messing around with any diapers. So they're not going to even come close. And sometimes it's not that they don't care, they don't want to get involved. They're just apprehensive about their ability to be able to do it. And then when we come over and we're not saying anything, or we're judging them, or we're like nitpicking every little thing, nagging about, everything being perfect, it can just spoil the whole thing. So allow him to learn, allow him to correct his own missteps and mistakes. After 1 or 2 blowouts, he'll get better. He will get better. Allow him to have that. Allow him to enjoy that moment, because after all, this is his child as well. And he deserves to be involved even in the mistake-making process, which we know that mistakes are not really mistakes. They're actually learning experiences. So give him that. Don't take that from him. Don't take that from him. So in addition to, learning with every blowout, or the diaper being on sideways, or, maybe his task that day was to dress the baby, and the baby's wearing orange shirt and, a green top, and nothing looks like it would look if you did it. The colors aren't coordinated. He got him dressed though. He's fully dressed. The baby has a shirt. He has a diaper, even though it's on sideways. The baby's going to blow out the side of it. He did his thing. Baby has on socks. Baby's fully dressed. He's healthy. He's safe. He's clean. Praise him. Say, oh, honey, wow, I'm so excited. Thank you so much. Like, I really appreciate it. Look at him. Look at our baby. He looks like half of his body is corn. The other half is a green bean. He's happy. He's dry. You're amazing. Just give him that moment. It's not going to take anything away from you. It won't. To say, thank you so much for getting the baby dressed. Some people may say, well, why do I have to thank him for doing something that he should do anyway? Nobody owes us anything. Nobody owes us anything. He doesn't have to do it anyway. There are many women who are raising children by themselves because their husband or whoever decided that they didn't want to participate. Nobody owes us anything. So no, he does not have to do it. He do it? Maybe, but does he have to do it? He doesn't. He doesn't. So praise is definitely warranted. It makes him feel good. It's going to give him that moment. Our whole purpose here is to include him so that he can get just as much bonding with this baby and just as much confidence in his fathering skills as anybody else, which is only fair. Okay. So if at some point he asks, well, why didn't you say anything? Let's say this diaper's on sideways, baby has a blow out the side. You can tell I've experienced a lot of blowouts in my day. Baby has a blow out the side or up his back. You guys know, mamas know, you know what I'm talking about. And dad's like, oh my goodness. And he's like trying to figure it out. Ladies, don't do like we do in the car when he's lost. Go this way. What are you doing? No, don't. No. Our partners are not our children. They're not our sons. He's man. He can figure this out. You know, you may even look to him and say, he says, well, why didn't you say anything? You can say, you know, you could tell him, hey, you're doing your thing. I'm not the boss of you. You got this. That's encouragement. That lets him know, like, okay, I can make a mistake. It's not the end of the world. So I put the baby's diaper on a little bit shabby. He had a blowout. It's messy. And she's not even mad about that. Wow. This is building trust. This is building good feelings. This is building intimacy. This is building, okay, they're not isolating me. I am a part of this. I can do this. And I'm actually being helpful in this moment. Wow. Okay. Yeah. Right. After all, we want our partners to feel like that we still care about them. It's not just about me and the baby. Yes, this was a big event for a woman. This is like woman territory on steroids, right? This is our thing. This is what we do. This is what God created us to do. And we just lavish in that. We lavish in the fact that baby needs us, right? But it doesn't mean that dad cannot be an integral part of this. Number 9, once he's fully trained in baby care and safety, because safety is important, you can start going to the hair and nail salon. You know it's going to be something good in here, okay? You can start going to the hair and nail salon because daddy can take care of the baby for a few hours. If he gets in a bind, you can create a little sheet of the numbers to call, how to reach you when, emergency, like create a little cheat sheet for him. You can use FaceTime. If he gets in a bind, just FaceTime me, honey. I'm going to be sitting getting my toes done. I'm going to FaceTime me. If you get in a real serious bind and you feel like you really need me, FaceTime me or Zoom me and we can talk about it. We can talk through it. You can show me the blowout or whatever it is that's happened. And maybe I can walk you through it. If it's something that you feel like you can't handle. And then you go and take me time, because this is so important to have your me time moment. So once the above is going smoothly, so once all the 9 steps I just went through are going smoothly, I would start scheduling 1 day a week for mama time alone on a regular. Okay. I hear a lot of comments about women saying, oh, I never get time to myself. Oh, I can barely shower. I just had no. We shouldn't be skipping showers because we had a baby. No, that doesn't work. Schedule 1 day a week, mama time. This is non-negotiable because self-care is so important, especially after you just had a baby. You got to take care of yourself and you deserve it. You just created a whole human. So yeah, celebrate. 1 day a week is not a lot at all. And allow dad to bond and engage, with baby while you engage in self-care and you recharge, because you got to come back home after that and get right back to being a mom, which is a 24/7 job. And you can't really escape that. So taking breaks is necessary. Number 10, create a meal train with your family and friends so you can skip meal preparation and use that time to make daddy happy. How do you make daddy happy? Be creative. I don't know. I don't know your partner. I don't know your husband. But yeah, create a meal train. A meal train is, and you can, there's actually apps and online stuff and you can do it, is where each person schedules to make a meal. So your family members can come together and they can make the meal for the day, 3 meals for that day and 2 snacks, and they could bring them over. If you have other children, you just have to be specific and say, hey, this is my little one, he's lactose intolerant, just give them the details, and then they schedule into the schedule the meals and who's going to make the meals, and then they bring the meals to you guys and drop them off. So when your family is asking, what can I do to help when you have a new baby? Can you create a meal train for us? Can you make something, make a meal for us, or bring us a meal, or cater something to us for this one day? And then mom, you take that time and just spend that time with your husband instead of trying to make food or taking it. It can remove another huge task that you have that you can't get done, or that takes up a lot of your time, that is burning time and is preventing you from having this intimate time with your partner, which in turn is making him feel neglected. So that's number 10. So those are my 10 steps. I did put a bonus in here. The bonus. I love this bonus, y'all. The bonus is, this is a last resort because I know that not everyone can do this. But if you can, if you're able to, ask your partner if you can hire a postpartum doula and or a nanny, so you two can have some uninterrupted fun at least once a week. So now that's 2 fun days a week for you. The one day by yourself and the other day with your significant other. We're celebrating, okay? Hey, party time. So yes, so that is something that he can throw in there for you if he's really feeling generous. And ladies, after you give him all of this special attention, he's going to be feeling generous, okay? All right, so those are my 10 steps. Mama, you're going to be running a tight ship in no time. I am MJ. I'm a birth doula, and I specialize in breastfeeding support. Inbox me if you're interested in more pregnancy, birth, or baby life hacks that make everything easier for mamas, okay? I'm a doula. I take care of mamas and families after they have, for pregnancy through postpartum, pregnancy through delivery, even into breastfeeding. I do breastfeeding support as well. So yeah, inbox me, send me a message. My email's around here on my page somewhere. You can email me and let me know how it goes. Bye.